Welcome guys to my first video of the league race. For those of you who don't know, I joined a racing league, online Octane Racing they're called, an Oceanic Australian racing league for Formula 1. I had to record the video as part of the league in case of any rule breaking by other drivers that affects me or affects other races or something like that. Everyone performed generally well, so it wasn't too much trouble there. So that is not a great corner for the entry for our first flying lap, but nonetheless we're going to go for it on the super softs, just to get in a bank lap at the moment. Looking not bad through some of these corners. I think it's turn 4 and 5 coming up here, this little sort of right left that was giving me a lot of trouble throughout the race and qualifying and practice over the last week. So I just never managed to get it to work for me. But looking quite fast. I went on the super softs to see if I could do maybe an alternate strategy. It was mainly just to get in a banker, but I didn't know how everyone else was going to perform around me. So if I ended up being relatively quick and got into the top 10, well maybe I can do an alternate strategy and go run super softs to softs or something like that, or super softs to ultra softs if I've done really well. But most people, I assume, we're going to do the ultra soft one stop onto softs, or geez, if they were really good onto super softs. So again, first lap's not looking too bad. That isn't a bad line. I still couldn't decide whether to take that corner fourth or third, and I think I just did. I alternated every other lap, I think, and this corner got me a couple of times as well. And if you don't get a good exit through that corner, it really stuffs out that last corner there. So, but we go across the line. It's a 24/7. It's not bad. As we come into the pits now, you'll see it's not a bad lap. A lot of people haven't gone out yet. A lot of people, unfortunately, disqualified, or not disqualified, but crashed and couldn't finish the session. So, yeah, as you can see there, it's not bad. We're sitting in, I think it was 4th there at the moment. But I thought, let's go ham. Let's low fuel, ultra soft tires. Thanks, Jeff.
1 minute 24.7.
Okay, it was a 1:24.7. I can't quite read my rendering video right now so that I can do commentary over the top of this. It is potato quality something fierce. I can see the numbers 24, but I wasn't sure whether that was a 2 or a 7. I'm glad I went with 7. So we're going to go onto our second flying lap now, already up, or maybe not. No, we're going to be a couple of tenths up as we come down this first straight here. So it's looking pretty good. Broke a bit hard there. Wasn't sure I was going to make it, to be perfectly honest, and taking it a bit gingerly through here as well. That curb is gonna get me one day, I'm sure. Again, taking it quite deep, breaking deep into a lot of these corners. It should be what's the saying? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. I think I heard so. I think it was Burner Bear actually on her stream. She streamed this. She's one of the drivers. Part list tier. Did I mention that this is tier 5 out of a possible 5 tiers within the league? So we're tier 5, so we're the last ones to compete. Everyone else is already, I think, tier 4, tier 3 compete on the same day as well. Tier 2, I think, is on a Saturday, and tier 1's on Wednesday or something to that effect, I think. So, and they're all the top level races. So if you're in tier 1, you're quite fast. So there we go. As we come across the final corner, it hasn't been a bad lap, to be perfectly honest. I think it's going to be a 23. What's that? A 23.7. So we've managed to shave off a whole second, which is really, really good. But we're going to go straight onto a second flying lap. We had enough fuel to do so, so I thought, why the hell not? Look like we're catching this. Is it a Sauber and a Mercedes? Looks like we're going to be catching them. I really hope they don't get in my way, but the Mercedes and Majomo, I think that's how you say it, gets out of the way. It probably gives me a bit of a tow through there, to be perfectly honest, but yeah, got out of the way, so thank you, thanks for that. Not catching the Sauber, which is good. He's not going to get in our way, so we're going to see if I can't shave off more time off that 23.7, and it's not looking bad. We're up 4/10. Not sure where I found that time, but as you'll see here, I've just taken that a bit wide, and it's really just affected this last corner. I really had to back it off, otherwise I was going to bin it in the wall, and you can see I'm just losing time hand over fist, unfortunately. So I think we only improved by a couple of hundredths in the end, so not a great lap, unfortunately. It was just that last corner. So put on another fresh set of ultras and went out to do the final lap in the dying minutes of this qualifying. We got a minute 20 left, and we're already down, but I thought if I found 4/10 last time, I can find it again. So really thought let's go absolutely ham here. Went a little too ham, too much ham, not enough cheese, and bottled it. And unfortunately, that's where our qualifying ends. Wired Up is really close behind us in 5th, and so in the dying minutes of the qualifying, we're actually right at the end of the qualifying, so as soon as he crosses the line, that's going to be it for him. This is going to be his last lap. I was really worried he was going to pit me here, but he crosses the line and he remains 5th. So lucky for us, we're going to be starting in 4th. I just wanted to finish the race, so there you are. There you have your qualifying positions. Brado 23 and Mushu first. Mushu? I can't read that from here. The guy in second, they did great bloody laps. 22s running there. So here we go. We've got 5 red lights. It's a really good start. I've been practicing those all bloody week. We've managed to hold on. Nobody's gotten around us. We're going to have Nostalgic Meep on our outside. We just give him enough space. Sneak in behind him. He's had a great exit, and I've managed to just keep the Sauber off me as well. I'm really focusing on what's going on up ahead of us. Not really paying attention to what's going on behind me. There's been a bit of an accident. Some of them have gone really wide, and I have been nipped in the rear, and that's P4 gone completely. As I said, really just wanted to finish the race. Was the goal for me coming into this race. But then to qualify 4th, I thought, oh shit, maybe I can do it. Maybe I can. Nope, I take that back. Managed to break my wing off there. Fair better than my teammate Barefoot Bandit. Unfortunately, he's out on the first lap. So we're going to adjust the strategy, as you heard Jeff say there. We're going to come in for a set of super softs. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Why isn't he going to softs? At the time, in my anger of having been given the pit maneuver, wasn't thinking overly clearly. I thought at the time maybe we'll go. I don't think I can run the softs for the entire 29 laps, so we'll go super softs and then maybe onto ultra softs and really see if we can't make up some positions. So onto the super softs for the moment. Not looking back on it now, I'm not sure if that was the right call. To be perfectly honest, but we'll see how we go. So, where have we ended up? We're in 12th at the moment. We've got Brado ahead of us in 11th. He did obviously have that speed. We're just losing the back end a lot. It's rare on that corner, though. As you saw there, New Zealand Evo out of the race. So we've already lost 2 people out of 14 drivers. So, a lot of people, obviously, potentially, I think, losing the back ends. I'm not seeing what's happening, obviously, but I dare say people are just taking corners bit too fast and crashing out, unfortunately. So but yeah, as you saw there, Brado 23 obviously lost a few positions. Looks like he just went too hard into that corner, but so did New Zealand Meep. So not New Zealand Meep, Nostalgic Meep. Cresty had a bit of a spin there in the penultimate corner, I think, so he's looks like he's pitting now for maybe a new front wing or faster tyres, or just doing a different strategy of some description. So we're just going to push on here. Tyre wear's looking alright. We've only done a couple of laps on them, so not much to comment there, really. Brado, I think, is quite far up the road. I'm not 100% sure we're going to catch him in this race, unfortunately. His qualifying pace was just so bloody quick. He's pipped Oswegian. Oswegian's now in front of us. Got a virtual safety car as Majomo, the only Mercedes driver for the team, is out of the race. So there goes another one, unfortunately. it's starting to worry me a little bit. I just wanted to get round the track and not crash out myself. So seeing all these retirements is making me a bit nervous. But now on to lap 9, I think that is. There's been a bit of a tangle between Eunice and Oswegian. We managed to just get around the outside of him as he almost took us out there. I don't know if he heard us coming or saw us coming, but we've managed to get around him, and now we want to chase down Eunice. So the race isn't completely over for us. I honestly thought that we were going to be plumb last after our little accident, little spin in turn, I think at 4, is it 4? Turn 4 or 5 or whatever it is. So we're trying to catch Eunice now. Put in the fastest sector there, so it's good to see that I've got a bit of pace in the race. So you're trying to catch up to Eunice. I think we're about 5 seconds behind him. I think he stretched the lead out to about 6. But as you'll no doubt see, on the next couple of laps, we're on lap 10. On the next couple of laps, he starts to hit a bit of a train, and I think I might be able to catch him here. You can see there's Nostalgic Meep in the Renault. He's battling with, I think he's got someone else there with him. And Eunice is catching up to them quite hard, and I'm hoping that Nostalgic Meep and whoever else he's battling is going to hold Eunice up, and that's exactly what's happened here at the moment. You can see they're very close to each other now, so I think let's go, let's do this. Let's try and catch up. I honestly thought our race was dead, but well, now it is. Now I told that corner has been just a nightmare for me all bloody race. I think I may have said it earlier in the race during qualifying that was going to be a nightmare, and it was a nightmare for a lot of people. A lot of people bottled it there, I think, or either crashed or lost front wing, or just lost it a lot of time through those corners with back ends coming out. So now the strategy is, I don't know how I'm going to complete the race. Honestly, again, in my head, I'm going, I just want to make, you can normally take that corner in 6th or 5th gear, but I couldn't even get round in 4th, so I let Oswegian past. He's going to be much faster than me. I'm just all over the place. Yes, thanks, Jeff. Lap times are off. Yes, I've just had a crash. Went in a bit too deep there, but just could not get the car around these corners. It is just so sluggish. So, on lap 13, in hindsight, I probably could have gone onto super softs, but went onto the softs, as you can see here, just thinking I just want to go along to the race. I think that was both Alfa Romeos going almost side by side down the bloody start-finish straight, so it's good to see them giving each other a bit of competition. So we actually managed to keep up with them for the next couple of laps, which was good. But I honestly thought my race was dead. P9, I think at some point Burner Bear has retired, so either way, even if I finished last, I was going to get at least 1 point, which was amazing to me. I just wanted to finish the race, but to be in the top 10 was amazing. So I was running thinking, I'm gonna stay in P9, but I've managed to get up into P8, jumping Cresty there at some point. I'm painfully aware of Braddo behind me now. I think he's in 3rd as well, so he's done really well to be where he is after that one incident. Oswegian's had a bit of a mistake there, so we've managed to hit him as well, which is really good. So that's us up into P7, and now I'm really aware of Braddo behind us. I want to let him through, but I also don't want to let Oswegian through. Now that I'm in 7th place, I really want to hold on to this position. So painfully aware of where he is. I know I've got to let him through, but I don't want to mess up and muck up my race. So I thought now's as good a time as any. I come out really wide here, very slow, and just let him go. I don't want to spoil his race. I know he's chasing down 2nd, who's just up the road. So just let him go. But he's managed to give us a bit of a tow as well, which helps me get away from Oswegian, put a bit of distance between myself and the Force India on the faster compound as well. So I was very aware that I was on the slower compound, and if I was region 1 or 2, if he really wanted to push, he could catch me, and he did start to bring down the margin there. I think the best he got up to was about 3 seconds. I was taking the car very gingerly around the track. I didn't want to have another incident and lose more front wing or bottle it all together. So I was taking it very gingerly around some of these corners, pushing harder in areas that I knew I was more confident in places I knew I could push, and being a bit more careful around corners that were really giving me grief.
The gap to the car behind is 4.3 seconds. They're on old super softs. Their tyres are 11 laps old.
So knowing that information...
Was a 1 minute 28.
Okay, Jeff. Are you done? You done, Jeff? You done? Okay. Can I talk now? Awesome. Amazing. So this was the final lap. We are on the final lap here, as Mushu has crossed the line, won the race, so congratulations to him. So we managed to keep Oswegian off us, and we're going to come across the line in 7th place. Brado 23 has done really well to work his way back up there, and surprisingly in 2nd place, Wire It Up coming from 5th. And managing to work his way up 2nd has been a great race for him, and I think given the race that we've had, 7th place is quite respectable in my opinion. So there you go. There are your race podium winners: Mushu, Wire It Up, and Brado 23. So great racing by them. Great racing by Mushu. He just was in control that entire time. I think he pitted with about 2 laps to go onto Ultra Softs, which was an odd thing to see. I think he was trying to get in the fastest lap. Cheeky bugger. So, but there you go. Yeah, he's going to be one to watch out for. So, there's your race results. So, again, 7th is quite respectable, I think. Bad luck to those who didn't finish. Australia can be a hard track. I struggled, as you can see, greatly with this race. As did a lot of people, I think. So congratulations to everyone who did finish, and bad luck to everyone else. But yeah, hopefully we'll have another great race in Bahrain next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later.